Good morning, guys. What's good? Happy Wednesday. Welcome to this live stream of Thoughts of a Maven. We are here every single Wednesday at 10 a.m. Eastern with your girl, Dion Watts Williams, the brand messaging maven, giving you all of the tips, strategies, tools so that you can become the go to expert in your industry with a five-star personal brand. So, we talk about all things personal branding, brand positioning, LinkedIn, a little bit of confidence and mindset work. But if you are here for the first time, welcome. And let me know down below in the chat if you're catching this for the first time. And if you're watching this on the replay, use hashtag replay with your question or your comments. Okay. So we are streaming on Facebook and on LinkedIn. So this is for those of you who are trying to figure out this whole personal branding thing, right? Maybe you are successful on paper, right? Your resume is solid. You got the receipts. You got the track record that speaks for itself, but you're still feeling like you're the best kept secret in rooms that you've earned the right to dominate. Right. If that is you and you're still feeling like you're running in place, it might be time for us to talk about your personal brand. Okay. So that's what we're going to talk about today. It's basically three signs that you haven't fully tapped into your personal brand. Okay, so this is for you if you seem to be, if you feel like you're stuck in place. Okay, and if you have questions, I am always here to answer your questions. I want to hear from you guys down below. Okay, before I move forward, okay, there is an opportunity for you to level up your personal brand. Okay, I'm actually hosting a free workshop. It's the Invisible to Invaluable workshop. And this is, yeah, we take it back to personal branding basics. What is personal branding? Why do you need a personal brand, a strong brand in this particular um, economic, political climate? And how do you begin to attract your brand soulmate in a way that doesn't feel weird, right? Maybe you're passionate about using your gifts and your talents to make a difference, and you're ready to step out of the shadows. This is the workshop for you. We really talk about also how to align your brand with your purpose. Okay, there's a way to achieve professional success, whatever that looks like for you, without sacrificing your well being. Okay, so this is what we're going to talk about in this real live hot seat coaching session. So make sure you guys are going over to workwithdion.com for that. And as a special gift, right, a lot of people come to me with questions in my DMs. For those of you who are signing up for the workshop, I want you to hang around after the workshop because I'm just going to open up the Zoom room. I'm going to open up the floor for anyone who has questions. There are no questions that are going to be off limits. If you have questions about personal branding, how to position your skill set, maybe you're pivoting in your career, in your business, maybe you want to get noticed on LinkedIn, maybe you want to work on your mindset, confidence, your elevator pitch, whatever it is, we're going to hang around for a good 15, 20 minutes after the workshop. Okay. And we're just going to kick it. I'm just opening up the Zoom room for whoever needs some support because right now we are in unprecedented times when it comes to the marketplace and the job market. It's really crazy out here, y'all. Okay. So let's talk about it. Okay. Three signs that you haven't fully tapped into your personal brand. Guys, if you're just joining us, welcome. Your brand isn't just about your logo, it's not just your LinkedIn headline or that fire headshot. Y'all know I like some good pictures, right? We all love a good photo shoot moment, right? Your personal brand is your essence, it is how you show up, what you stand for, and how people experience you when you're not even in the room. Okay, so if you've been playing it safe or shrinking your shine, here are three signs you haven't fully tapped into your unique brand. Okay, we're going to stop this cycle today. Okay, the first sign is that you're not clear on what makes you you, right? We are multi-talented, multifaceted people. But somehow when people asks, so what do you do? Or what's your superpower? Maybe you fumble for an answer or kind of default to your job title. And I say this all the time, you are not your job title. That's not your brand, sis. That is your role. When you are clear on your personal brand, you can own the room with a confident, concise answer that really blends your values, voice, and vision. So if you're still figuring that out, it is time to dig deeper, okay? You should not be fumbling over, especially at this nice, big, great age that we have, that we're all at, right? We should not be fumbling over that question. So what do you do? So tell me about yourself. What's your superpower? We should not be stuttering like and looking like a deer in headlights. Okay. So that ends today. The next sign that you haven't tapped fully into your personal brand is that your messaging is just like spaghetti on a wall. It clearly you're just putting stuff out there for the sake of putting stuff out there. Maybe your LinkedIn headline says one thing, your Instagram bio says another, your email signature says another, your elevator pitch really depends on your mood. No wonder folks are confused and they don't know what kind of they don't know what to do with you, right? Inconsistent messaging is a brand killer. Okay. The world can't follow your brilliance if you keep switching lanes. Okay. Your personal brand should be the thread that ties together all of who you are, all of your platforms, all of your brilliance, and all your receipts with a level of clarity and consistency. Okay, and so when we talk about consistency, I think, by default, our minds tend to go to frequency or some sort of quantitative measure. But consistency also speaks to and is about how you're showing up, right? So, again, if I were to Google you and I'm getting all different types of mixed messages, that is an inconsistent brand message. Okay. So we have to tighten that up. Okay. Guys, welcome to the live stream. We are talking about 3 signs that you have not fully tapped into your personal brands. Okay. So, of course, if you guys have questions, I want to hear from you. Ask your questions down below. But number one, just know that you are not clear on what makes you you. You've got to be able to answer that with a level of assuredness and confidence. Okay. And number two, your messaging is all over the place. What is the message that you need to put out into the marketplace? And that's not to say that you can't talk about the different things that you do, but it's an art and a science to it. And so you have to master it, or else your audience is going to be confused. Okay. And number three, you're still the go to behind the scenes, but you're not getting the spotlight. You're not the one getting the shine, right? You are the one, and I know what this is like, especially as a Black woman in corporate. You're the one that everyone turns to when they need something done right. You're the strategist, you're the fixer, the high performer, but somehow others are getting the opportunities, the recognition, and the raises. Ouch, somebody. They're getting the coins that you deserve. Okay, so that sounds familiar. That is a telltale sign that you've got to work on your personal brand. If you're not getting the visibility and the respect, it's not because you're not good enough, but it's because most likely your brand isn't doing the heavy lifting for you. A well positioned personal brand is going to make its way into rooms and speak up for you in spaces when you're not even there in the room. Okay. And this is the truth. You don't need, and maybe I'll resort back to some personal branding myths, right? But you don't need to become someone else. Personal branding is not about, doing what's popular. It's not about, being a copycat. You just need to boldly own, right, who you already are. And when your personal brand is aligned with your brilliance, values, and your purpose, you stop being overlooked and you can start attracting the right opportunities, the right clients, the right job opportunities, and the rooms that are waiting for you. Okay. So, guys, if you're just joining us, happy Wednesday. Welcome to the live stream. I want to hear from you if you have questions about personal branding and which one of these signs resonates with you the most. I want to hear from you. And if you're catching this on the replay, make sure you use hashtag replay with your question or your comment. Listen, it is time in 2025 for you to stop shrinking and to start shining. And what I love doing, what my passion and my ministry is to help high achieving Black women clarify their brand message, right? Helping them to stand out in the online space, especially on LinkedIn, and attract aligned opportunities that align with their purpose, and helping them to articulate their dopeness in a very confident way, because you were not meant to play small. The longer you continue to play small, a lot of times we're delaying the next big awesome thing that's waiting for us, that's waiting to happen for us. Okay. So guys, I want to invite you to my free personal branding workshop that's happening in a few weeks. It's the Invisible to Invaluable workshop. Okay. And this, I don't even know what to what to call it. In this, job market, in this economic climate that we're in, even if you earn six figures, even if you're a high achiever, there are a lot of women that I work with who check those boxes, but they still struggle to get respect and the quality of life that they deserve. And it's because we've been conditioned to put our head down and do the work. Okay, but this virtual workshop is for you if you feel unseen or under recognized in your career or business, if you're ready to step out of the shadows and take your rightful place in your field, and maybe you're passionate about using your gifts and your talents to make a difference. Right? Maybe you want to become a recognized thought leader in your field and you don't know where to start, right? We're going to cover in this session the basics of personal branding. Okay, what is personal branding and why the heck do I need it for my business or my career? And how do you begin to connect with your audience in a way that feels organic and not like you're putting on a mask? And if you're finally ready to be seen and valued for the incredibly smart, talented, and dope sister that you are, head on over to workwithdion.com and register for this workshop. Listen, this is my job, this is my ministry, to help brilliant yet misaligned Black women communicate their value in the marketplace so that yes, you can shine in career and in business. You can earn what you deserve and live the extraordinary life that God's designed for you. Okay. And so, for those of you who are signing up for this workshop, I want you to stick around at the end. The workshop's it's about an hour, maybe a little bit longer, an hour long, but we've got a little kind of like let out after party. Yeah, let's call it an after party session, right? An after session where I'm just going to, stop hitting record. The session will be recorded, by the way, because I get that a lot too. Like, Dion, I want to come to your workshop, but it's a scheduling conflict. Sign up, and I will make sure that those of you who sign up get the limited time replay. But after the workshop, I'm going to stick around for about 15 minutes and we're going to do some hot seat coaching. Okay, so if you come to the workshop and you stick around, you can pick my brain for free. Okay, I'm not going to pitch anything to you. This is just my way of giving back and supporting the brilliant, brilliant women who are doing the darn thing and are somehow still stuck professionally. Okay, so make sure you head on over to workwithdion.com. And remember, we are past time. It is past time for you to be the best kept secret. We're not doing that anymore in 2025. The world cannot benefit from what you have to offer. They can't step into their greatness until you step into yours. Okay, so go ahead, get out there, and I am here to help you when you are ready. Feel free to tag a sister who you feel like is doing great things, and feel free to reach out to me as well, or head on over to workwithdion.com if you want to learn more about how I can help you. But I hope this has blessed somebody, and I will see you guys next week.